just want to use this moment to speak about the current state of indie film, specifically how it applies to creatives. Indie film is struggling right now more than ever. Gone are the days of DVD sales that allowed for greater risk to be taken on challenging films. That revenue stream is gone, and the only way to see significant back end is to have a box office hit with profits that far exceed what any of our films will ever see, unless you are Damien Leone and strike gold with a franchise like Terrifier. But as we all know, that's an extreme rarity. For me, and I think for many of my peers, if we're lucky, the average number of years dedicated to making a film is around 3. I'm going to say 3. I think most of us have worked a lot longer on our films, but let's go with 3. If you are a writer-director trying to break in right now, there's a good chance you're making a film for free or making next to nothing on production or sale. How do you support yourself with little or
Indie film is seen as an industry internship, but it should be a rite of passage. You know, I nearly dropped my tiny microphone when I heard Sean Baker give his amazing speech at the 2025 Spirit Awards, where he picked up Best Director. And it's absolutely right what he's saying. We need to look at independent film as more of a rite of passage rather than a calling card, as it's being reduced down by the studios, like things they need to see before they'll consider buying us. A lot of this has to be to do with changing the business models. You know, we wouldn't have Spielberg or Tarantino or Scorsese or Coppola if we, you know, because they wanted to make those films, not because they were a calling card to the industry, because they wanted to be picked up by the studios. They made them because they wanted to and they needed to. And that's why they're so genius. And if we don't adapt the business model as producers and support directors, and if the government and other ways of businesses aren't supporting the business model and we don't redefine it, because everybody, even Netflix studio execs who are setting up their own studios, they're all brainstorming, how can we do this? How can we make this, you know, sustainable? And I'm in the same position myself. And the only thing I can say is that by speaking up and getting recognition for what the independent film world is and seeing it as a industry in itself, will it ever reach the support and gain the respect that it deserves? So if you feel like you would like to support this post or support indie filmmakers, then please drop your best comments down below.